students by gendered expressions, such as boys and girls, and to, quote, use gender-inclusive ones, such as purple penguins, instead.
How is that gender inclusive?
I mean, do purple penguins,
not
are
have
they
gender?
all genderless?
I love the recommendation that they sent out about this. When they find it necessary to say something about gender, don't use boy, girl. When asked why, use it as a teachable moment. Emphasize to students that your classroom recognizes and celebrates the gender diversity of all students. The gender diversity, okay? Point out and inquire when you hear others referencing gender in a binary manner. Ask things like, that's interesting. Can you say more about that? For instance, like if somebody says, well, I think there was only boys and girls in this class, teacher. So, that's interesting. Can you say more about that? Well, yeah, because he has a noodle and she has a hoo-ha. So, what makes you say that? Well, because when I was in the bathroom, I saw his noodle, and
I've been wanting her hoo-ha.
and then you say, well, I think of it a little differently. Provide counter narratives that challenge students to think more expansively about their notions of gender.
Are you telling me I should have my noodle removed?
No, I'm telling you that a noodle is just one of unlimited numbers of possibilities when it comes to gender. That's what I'm telling you. It's not binary anymore. Binary means of or relating to two.
So what if I were to say there was 1,000 different genders?
Then I'd call you a racist hate monger.
Why?
Because it's an unlimited number.
Oh, okay.
It's an unlimited number.
Could I say that there's
teacher, could you provide one other gender?
Other than boy or girl?
Oh.
Yes.
Yes, there's purple penguins.
That's not a gender. That's a color and an animal.
Correct me if I'm wrong, though, but even boy and girl don't exist. So there really, I don't know if there's an unlimited number of genders.
Or just no genders.
No genders. Because I would say, is there, for example, 6 billion genders? And you would probably say there's an unlimited amount of genders, but there's only, say, 6 billion people on the planet. So even if they all had their individual gender exclusive to themselves.
Yes, Glennie, you didn't raise your hand, but go ahead. It's very rude.
Teacher, raise my hand.
Glennie.
Yes, teacher. Could you, I'm having a hard time with the birds and the bees. First of all, I appreciate the fact that we have been very politically correct and we weren't speciest. And we wanted to make sure that we knew that bees could mate with birds. That happens all the time.
All the time.
In nature? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'll be like, Mommy, why does it look like that bee is giving that bird some sort of CPR? And she'll say to me all the time, don't be so naive. They're making... Beards.
Beards.
Yeah, the bee and a beard.
It's a famous combination
Bee and a
between a
bird.
beer and a bird.
Bee and a bird.
Bee. Yeah.
That's what that's what they're doing. And that's just one of the things that they could be making. They also could be making shoes.
We should also be clear, they will be making fetuses initially that are not actual bees or birds.
Don't call them fetuses, please. They'll be making tissues.
They'll be making something in an egg.
Tissues that may or may not grow into a fetus.
The racist man will come and steal those eggs and then eat those children.
Right.
Of the beards.
Of the beards. The bee-beard combination.
Bee-bird combination.
We have gotten to the weirdest place. 5 years ago, I still wouldn't have, I don't think I would have believed this. 5 years ago.
Purple
I
penguins?
told you would get up and you would not recognize your country and nothing would make sense. I told you that everything would be solid, that you thought would be liquid, and everything liquid would be solid. Up would be down. We're here.
Yeah, you didn't think,
we are
though.
Here. No.
Really? Are they going to eliminate gender?
Yeah.
How do they do that? How do you accomplish that?
We create classroom names and ask them all of the purple penguins to meet on the rug. The document also warns against asking students to line up as boys and girls, suggesting them line up whether they prefer skateboards or bikes, milk or juice, dogs or cats, summer or winter,
My God,
talking or listening. You know what?
Wow.
I don't know why we would have them choose between dogs and cats. There are no dogs or cats. They're just animals.
Right. That's next,
There are no
right?
difference between dogs and cats.
And keep in
How
mind,
can I tell the difference between dogs and cats?
These are 10-year-olds.
Winter or summer?
10-year-olds. How many 10-year-olds are questioning their gender? How many 10-year-olds have a problem with being called a boy or a girl?
Hang on just a second.
10-year-olds.
Hang on just a second. Let's just say we buy in to there are 10-year-olds that are questioning their gender. Let's just say that there are. Mm-hmm. Now let's be more scientific about this and not say how many. Actually, how many are we talking about?
3? In the country?
In the country? 100? 1,000. Let's be generous. 5,000. We are eliminating boys and girls for 5,000 children. Now, I don't want those children to feel bad or feel like freaks or anything else, but we are
But you're not going to change science for them and biology for them. Come on. They call us the science deniers.
Right.
You're denying there's actual genders?
We're not science deniers. You're science deniers.
Yeah.
There's no gender anymore.
I will say, too, there's no war on women without genders. All the things that they blame evil conservatives for hating wouldn't exist.
Very true.
They would have no campaigns to run anymore.
Maybe we start fighting that gender inequality with that.
Yeah.
There is no
gender.
Thank God.
The instructions are part of 12 steps on the way to gender inclusiveness developed by Gender Spectrum, an organization that provides education, training, and support to help gender-sensitive and inclusive environment for children of all ages. Other items on the list include asking all students about their preferred pronouns and decorating the classrooms with all gender welcome door hangers. If teachers still find it necessary to mention that genders exist at all, the documents say they must list them as boy, girl, both, or neither.
Boy, girl, both, or neither are the choices?
I'm a boy and a girl.
Okay, so if you're hanging up your coat, and this is for the boys, this is for the girls, then you have a section for both. So you're both. You have both a noodle and a hoo-ha. Or you got neither. I don't have a noodle or a hoo-ha. I'm smooth like a Ken doll.
Or you have a noodle or a hoo-ha. But you identify with the hoo-ha even though you have a noodle.
A noodle, yeah. Yeah. Well,
would that be both, though? That would be just a hoo-ha. If you identify as the hoo-ha, then you are the hoo-ha.
You're right.
Yeah, because that's what you said is hate-mongering.
Right.
Denying.
I'm sorry.
When you
Thank
are...
you for admitting it.
I was asking the questioning my noodle
mm-hmm.
that maybe my noodle is hoo-ha.
Right. If you are...
This is crazy! America, wake the hell up! This is out of your mind crazy. Do you know how we are going to be viewed by generations? By generations, they are going to read about this stuff. Believe me, if I have to bury stories like this in the sides of the mountain to make sure that it is remembered at some point, 5,000 years from now, they will dig on the side of a mountain and they will find a big thing marked Glenn Beck's sanity box. What drove him insane is all in this box, open at your own peril. They'll open it up and stories like this will fall out and they will say, what the hell was wrong? They will say what any of us have said if we read history or we read the scriptures. Mm-hmm. What the hell is wrong with these people? They didn't see it? How did they not see it?
Yeah.
How did they not see it? And here's the sad thing. In that, it's probably scrawled in my own urine or poop because we'll have banned all pens and writing instruments and everything. So somehow or another, I will leave the message. We did see it. We denied it. We did see it. Nobody wanted to say stop. Nobody wanted to stand up in our own classrooms and have our kids say, Mommy and Daddy say this is nuts and I'm to come home right now.
And it is. It's bat crap crazy. And I'm more concerned not with how future generations will perceive us. How does our Creator perceive us right now with the two genders that He Himself created and we're denying exist?
Well, it doesn't matter. We've denied that He exists. So, of course, if we deny
root of the problem.
If we deny that He has existed, then, of course, we start to deny all of His creations.
Yes.
And then...
That's exactly what's happened. And that's why when people say, oh, what difference does it make if you remove God from schools? I'll still I'll still worship him at home. This is what results.
Because there is no end. There is no end to it. There's no end to it.
Yep.
Man gets to decide everything. There is no creator, so you no longer recognize that you are a creation. So you can be whatever you decide you are or what other people are. Mm-hmm. And then once you have somebody deciding what people are and who people are and what categories they fit into, then they can start denying that you have a right to exist. This is what happens every time. This is what leads to mass genocide every time. Man gets too big for his britches. Man decides, you know what, I know what's really going on, and he starts denying common sense. And then anybody who stands up and says, no, the emperor has no clothes, kill them.